Hello and welcome to the fifth video in our Juno Video Magnifier series. Today we're going to take a closer look at the menus and how to make some common changes in those menus that will help the Juno appear and run in a way that maybe is more convenient for you and your student. So let's go ahead and get started. So accessing Juno's menu. We've talked about the button bar quite a bit. And once it's open, we've also seen where that menu bar is located in the upper left portion of the screen. And recall that that menu button will always be in that same position. Once activated, the menu area is going to look very similar to the screenshot that's here. And we reviewed the main menu area in the second video in this series. And if you need to review that again, you might want to go back and check out that second video in our playlist. So once you have clicked on that menu settings area from the previous slide, this is what the screen is going to look like. It's going to have 4 different menu options in the center of the screen, and we're going to go through each one of those. So the first one in the upper left is talking menus, and we've talked about how to enable and disable those in video number 2 of this series, which is in the playlist. You should be able to find that if you want to review that. We're not going to go over it again. The second one, which is located in the upper right, is Select Juno Voice. And that one allows you obviously to select voice and voice characteristics. In the lower left is your dark light color theme. And in the lower right is your font size. As noted before, it's possible to change Juno's voice, and I guess a clarification note is necessary. This is where you would change the menu voice and the voice that Juno uses to read out the menus. The OCR voice is changed in a different location. The menu voice and the OCR voice can be 2 different voices. It's very important to know that. The user can select the voice used when the talking menu is on, and this is what it would sound like. So what you're going to do is navigate to the menu settings that we talked about previously and tap that voice selection icon to display the Select Juno voice screen. Then you're going to select the desired voice for Juno to use when speaking the menu and button names. Only English is available right now. So there might be an upgrade at some point to allow other languages, but right now it's only in English. So this is on the left is what the screen looks like. You can select from a couple of different ones. Tom, Ava, and Daniel are the ones displayed here, but there may be other options. So it's possible to change Juno's main color theme on the menus. As you probably noticed, we've been using in this presentation that default sort of one that's the orange and black. That's in the user guide. We've been using that through this whole presentation and probably will continue to do that, but it's important to tell you how to change how those menus appear. So it's possible to do that by navigating to the menu settings that we've talked about in previous slides, and you're going to tap the color theme icon, which is that circle that has half of it is a darker color and half of it is a lighter color. And you'll be given a lot of different options. And you can just scroll through and select the colored theme for the menus that you would like. And when you're done, you're just going to activate that previous button in the lower left-hand corner of the screen, and your settings will save. It's also possible to change the font size within the menus. The default is a 24 point, and that's also the smallest option. So what you're going to do is navigate to the menu settings that we talked about before and tap on the font size icon. Then you're going to select the desired font from the options provided. And as I said before, the smallest choice is 24 and the largest is 72. One thing that the user manual does not state is that the larger the font is, the more possible it is to distort the way the menus appear and make them more challenging to view. So it's probably best to go for the smallest font that the user can deal with and be comfortable with. Bigger is not always better, and we sometimes make the error of going too large, and that can create its own set of problems. So experiment with the sizes and see what works. The final thing we're going to talk about today is adding or removing color modes from the menu. So when you are selecting among those with the buttons on your Juno, you can take away color combinations or add them. By default, they're all there, but some students might need a little bit of help because there are just way too many, and picking what they need and setting their preferences, and that's possible to do. So to add or remove color modes, what you're going to do is tap the Restore button bar icon to bring back that button bar as usual, and then tap your main menu button. You're going to tap the settings, and then you're going to tap User Settings. Once you're in User Settings, you're going to tap the Color Modes icon to view the Color Modes display. And that icon looks like this. It looks like a paintbrush, and it's shown here. Color combinations with the check marks that are on the screen are included in the rotation when you press those color mode buttons, those actual physical buttons on your Juno that are sort of that blue in color. Tap a color combination to check or uncheck the box. More information is available in the Juno user guide on page 81. I hope this has been helpful for you. Please feel free to comment, to subscribe, all of those things like this video if it's been helpful. Thank you so much and have a great day.